My never say ma PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV there. Osia dem yopo.
Bob Watson report ni nyina de koma Ekufuado. Ana Ekufuado say Attorney General enhwehwem. Now as we speak, Ghana for muntie me. Reporter from Bob Watson de koye no or the evidence bibia ka ho. Yes sorry ya. Attorney General Godfred Ekufuado appointing no de nanim tum se kukuo no. Wabeka kire Ghana for say Professor from Bob Watson report no de baye. Through that report no Gabi Asorochida akoko grantee interview eka kire Ghana for say yes na ne client omo commit crime illegal mining no ono Gabi Ochida kono ofre from Bob Watson caution no Emma Gabi jitu mu TV so ni nyina echi no the Attorney General of Ghana lawyer penyini chochoro penyini no Ekufuado yi no o say a seminar from Bob Watson ede eku ni report nim ede kom Ekufuado no wa hwehwe mu nyina besi ohun fumuso bia wom inti excavators almost 2000 ayira no Attorney General say ono de onye sure say excavators bia ayira Gabi Ochida akon CNJ Alaska eye almost asase am kotugu ye kweku bako illegal mining omo ye Lord Comey eye illegal mining omo ye Charles Bisiu Kojo Ponkruma, MPP, regional and district, their executives. Omo ye bomb din wo we mu nyina no. Attorney General Ekufuado Attorney General say, omo nya boni bia. Na bibia engineer so bia nim. Obetuma ko gina court say den. Eye sa Gallamsey Professor from Bob Watson na oda a whole ministry ano na osaye chairman of the interministerial IMCIM. Anameboa Professor from Bob Watson on na eda den interministerial my friend is saying besides get me the full name. It's IMCIM. I think I got it right. Interministerial Committee on Illegal Mining. Is that a name? Is that a name? They're not Charles Bisiu das no. Professor from Bob Watson na oye the sector minister no on was na the chairman of this committee. Now so the chairman has written a report. A chairman who is also the sector minister actual report akoma the Attorney General. Attorney General say bibiani report him. Until right now no, why na what the right to write a report to the Attorney General for the Attorney General to believe? It's a simple question. Interministerial Committee on Illegal Mining. Thank you. Sir, IMCIM no not from Bob Watson we are and the daso SIA chairman, SIA the sector minister. Now on what your report abana say the Attorney General ka say bibiani report him engineer so bi anima. Now who and the betuma and now why the betuma chiro reporter Attorney General bejatum say sir report we the engineer so also because they were all reporting to the minister who is Professor from Bob Watson. Now the minister has written a reporter. The Attorney General says he say the sir report no yentontwene. Now there here was saying this afternoon I was having this argument with my editorial team. One of my team members raised an issue, say the Ghana Police Service, if the institution, if it was an institution independent, because the Ekufuado time Professor from Bob Watson reported about it, the first thing he did was that he actually lifted this document and gave it to the Attorney General. Senka nanado danko Ekufuado onye obia oye trofo oye kromfo na onye obia onwa ho nkofo na eye Gallamsey nanado danko Ekufuado he would have told the Ghana Police Service CID department and the same time told the Attorney General to work in collaboration to get to the bottom of the report. But what Ekufuado did was that he quickly moved the report and gave it to the Attorney General because he knows that if even the Ghana Police Service by their own will they decide to investigate this matter, it will still end up on the desk of the Attorney General and the Attorney General will basically make nonsense of it. So instead of Ekufuado telling the Ghana Police Service to open an investigation into this, and after their investigations are done, they should take the docket to the Attorney General and see if prosecution can be done. Ekufuado strategically, he moved the document straight to Attorney General because he knows say when he jams the police and goes to the Attorney General, now the police cannot investigate independently. The Attorney General will just come out and quash it. And that is how you are seeing say the Attorney General has come out to say they cannot find any evidence. Now the issue here is, what investigations did the Attorney General do to get to that conclusion that there are no evidence? I'll bet to be so I to me prosecute reporting him. The Attorney General should have evidence of investigations to prove that he could not get any evidence substantial to prosecute those people. So now I want to ask, is the Attorney General, Godfred Dameno, is he an investigator? Does he have members who go out to do investigations to come out with the conclusions? The report from Paul Boateng wrote, just hearsay and it did not have evidence. Because the Attorney General, on too many investigations, how was he able to come to that conclusion that the document he is holding, the document now from Paul Boateng Troy, the document does not have enough evidence for him to go ahead and prosecute? Now, saying Nanado Danko Ekufuado onya kromfo and MPP for omunye yufua, Ekufuado would have told the Ghana Police Service to open investigations. Owiano Akacha Attorney General say the Attorney General should work in collaboration with the Ghana Police Service to get to the bottom of this. Now, there's a reason why in Tiako Quarter, even after providing your case or evidence, there's something called expedition. Now, the reason why they call expedition or they're in discovery, they know, maybe the documents you have provided on the surface, you don't see anything. But when something called discovery, when you go out there to do more digging, there is the possibility of finding evidence. Now, in this document, Paul Boateng has been able to show evidence by printing banking receipts. I just say journalist was involved with some politicians. He has been able to provide evidence that a criminal's lawyer, who is Gabi, called him this day, this time, and this is what he said to me. And that person, who is Gabi, has also come out to confirm, say he actually called him on that matter. This report from Paul Boateng was able to tell us excavators na ayirano, this and this and these places, and yes, excavators, this number of excavators. So there was a lot in that report. So how was the Attorney General able to come to that conclusion that there was no evidence? If Ekufuado had allowed the police to do the investigations, what would have happened? And they say the police would have found so much evidence, it would be difficult for the Attorney General to say this report did not have a lot of evidence for him to prosecute. So what Ekufuado did initially was to hand over the report to the Attorney General, because he knows when he gives it to the Attorney General will rubbish it. Now, Sana Ekufuado ope fair investigations and call the case in the Ghana Police Service. Now, I catch a Ghana Police Service work with the Attorney General, because only Attorney General near Juma, your investigations now they are mano. Now I try to say this and this and this evidence is what we have. Can we go ahead, or can you go ahead and prosecute? Because the police does not prosecute. It is the Attorney General who will have to give the green light for prosecution to be done. So the question here is, what investigations did the Attorney General do to come to that conclusion that this particular report is not sufficient for prosecution? Or the Attorney General just read the document, and just on the face of the document, he concluded that there are no evidence. I keep telling Ghana for say, Sam Kwasiafo we ome bumuache Ekufuado ekromfo. MPP as a political party is a criminal cartel. It's a cluster of criminals, hardened criminals, murderers, drug addicts, drug dealers. These are people who are only Ghana interest at heart. How can the Attorney General tell us, say, this document holds nothing? Even in court, when you plead guilty, it is still upon the prosecutor to prove to the judge, and if there's a jury, that you are actually guilty. And it's not an issue, no? Say Atuesian Kraji to me say he's guilty. It does not mean say because Atuesian says I am guilty, no, the judge has to go ahead and prosecute. The prosecutor needs to prove beyond reasonable doubt that Atuesian even said he's guilty, no. I want you people to know that he's more guilty than he's saying. So you cannot just say you have a document and that the document, after reading it, you know, the document, it does not have sufficient evidence for you to prosecute. The Attorney General is crazy. Nana Addo Dankwa Ekufuado and NPP abanwe omo Jimmy o omo say Ghana o. In fact, omo say Ghana omo mbuo bia. How can a whole lawyer, a senior lawyer, look at the face of a document and say the document does not hold any evidence enough for him to prosecute? One call, one interview, it can break a case. Do you know that? If the police had gone to all of these locations, they would have spoken to the people in the communities. We were here when somebody put out a video, say a member of parliament, MPP ni edinidin akwaje concession edi wiesika. All those people, why didn't they call them? Because one investigation or one interview or one interrogation, it can crack this case wide open. So on what basis is the Attorney General telling Ghana for say this case at the end of the day it is not sufficient for prosecution? Godfred needs to resign. He needs to be kicked out. So the NDC coming out today to have a press conference to say Godfred the Attorney General or Attorney General Banzano, they are overright, because basically the Attorney General is just there protecting criminals. NPP under MPP excavators almost 2,000 etuataban aira and the minuanum journalists for sebio titruniye akamfono, they don't want to speak about it. Because the radio say Mahama confirm, and so excavators close to 2,000 etuaira. Attorney General feels say and in his brain no nothing has happened. Basically what the Attorney General is trying to tell Ghanaians is say he has seen nothing wrong. As excavator bia yira Professor Frimpong Boa tell some nyina ye ntro ye nsuo na aseri nyina e yatro ohun se nsuo bia sei in some kind names or list ye nyina. Attorney General catch up Ghana for say ohun hwe the Frimpong Boa think nyina ene de ye hu nsuo a say cyanide mercury Ghana amo ya bo mutuo or see ni nyina no omu ye. They have seen nothing. That is what this means. Into your hene we Ghana Christo ni Oye sebio statesman. Una also nim nyansa chame media bi atem minim nyansa meti abrochire me abema membra Ghana. The Attorney General of Ghana catch them say mo amunsu ase ne masase ase ti say otumfo say tutu. Mampon hene mo amoya asantefo ahemfo akese no. Ekufuado mo MPP no Attorney General ne catch them say dia asante hene to all can dey oye the day because evidence be anywhere. Technically that's what the Attorney General is telling us. It is ene otumfo say tutu. And as ohini bia organ bia sorry kasete Gallamsey a NPP Attorney General no catch them say Frimpong Boa na oye sector minister no report no de bae no or catch them asanteman ene Ghana man ene bebi a Gallamsey say omo de omo hu bibia eye mo ene bia mo so dae na ma adwene am say nipa bi eye Gallamsey o Ghana technically. In the Sunday or two for Casafa Gallamsey hu no kasa Gallamsey say asanteman a MPP catch o two for say o kasa keke onim de oka. Because some many evidence bia send or hini bia free Eastern region ebe bia na no ka Gallamsey asema the MPP are buying through Attorney General no ne Ekufuado ka kire mo ne say monka mo no atum enkwase akeka na mo ka fi say omo ni ngina so Frimpong Boa na onye edio ombo side drum na ombo brass onye lead brass band player. First Frimpong Boa no onye first division player na oye sector minister and also chairman of the IMCIM. It is a president no catch them say the ochre nyina no nyina so bia so a Ekufuado and Attorney General catch them Ghana for say enkwasasema mo ka about Gallamsey no mo hu ye munso na say no omo so mo hu so say nso bia say excavator na mo say ayira no mo nim CNJ Alaska for omo so mo kro mo nteda eye kwa mo kro no omo bo edi nkofo di oso omo nim na wo de kwase ato catch them say MPP na NDC beye den on beye wo maame we Jimmy omo kire so we Jimmy dia me ya wo mu ne say sa asema Attorney General trend we di otumfo atem papa we di asantefo atem papa wakache say de na dede otumfo ye nyina about Gallamsey no otumfo dede no oye sebi oda na ososo eye Gallamsey hu dae woni tirim na reality no Gallamsey bie ni wo eno no mo ka kire mo. the Attorney General any Ekufuado aban MPP aban no the omo ka che ye ni Asante hene no omo se Asante hene onenam Ghana imre bia ma report say kinkan ya ugina say nipa 30% eye Gallamsey munsua say koko ase no omo se sebi onana manu sisumina so omo se tobe bi na wo ye if Attorney General no say nipa na ohwe Gallamsey nsem so ene Ghana nsase ho ban bo ene bibia no a report omo de bro omo no omo se report bibia nim bibia nkyere say ye Gallamsey kura wo Ghana enti sebio obanyansafo yebu ni be yen kana asem
Dedi kama amena PENDREAM TV ase na so far so good say open online portal e wo Ghana nipa share nipa follow nipa comment here to my best of knowledge without any biases PENDREAM TV.